A soldier was returning home from the wars. He marched along the road with his knapsack on his back and a sword at his side. As he walked on, he met a frightful-looking witch. Her teeth were as slimy as green goop. Her nose was as sharp as a pitchfork. Her hair was as twisty as a roller coaster.
Good evening, soldier. It's evident with your knapsack on and your sword that you are a real soldier, so you shall have as much money as you wish.
Thank you, old witch.
Do you see that tree? It is hollow inside, so you must climb it to the top. The top find a large hole and let yourself down into the tree. I will tie a rope around you so that I can pull you up when you call out to me.
But what am I to do in the tree?
Get money. Under the tree is a large hall lit with 300 lamps. You will see a door with a key. Open it and take gold from the chest. Inside the chest is guarded by a large dog. But do not fear, place him on my apron and he will not hurt you.
But, what am I to give you in return? You do not tell me this for nothing.
I do not want the gold. Just bring me the old Tinder Box that my grandma left behind the last time she went down there.
The witch tied the rope around the soldier, and sure enough, at the bottom of the tree was a large hole.
Ow, 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 ow.
Suddenly the soldier saw a room as bright as a polished pearl. In the room he saw a tiled floor, a very crooked lamp, and many bright lights. The lamp was as crooked as a piece of glass. The lights were like the bright sun.
Here is the door. Just as she said, I would turn the key and open it. And just in front of the chest of gold is the largest dog I have ever seen.
The dog looked like chocolate and was as fuzzy as a pillow, but he was as ferocious as a bear. His nose was black like a black widow. His eyes were as dark as pitch black. The soldier seized the dog and placed him on the witch's apron. He filled his knapsack and his pockets with so much gold that he could scarcely walk. He replaced the dog on the chest, closed the door, and called up through the tree.
Now pull me out, you old witch.
Have you got the Tinder Box?
No, I quite forgot it.
The soldier went back, fetched the Tinder Box, and the witch began to pull on the rope.
He was so heavy the witch's face turned red.
You are as heavy as a whale.
She pulled so hard she almost fell into the tree. Her teeth were stuck together. Her eyes were squeezed so hard that she looked like someone looking into the sun. She began to sweat. She looked like someone had dumped a bucket of water on her. The longer she pulled, the more tired and aggravated she was. She was as tired as a bear with no hibernation. Finally, she pulled the soldier out of the tree.
What are you going to do with the Tinder Box?
That is nothing to you. You have the money. Now give me the Tinder Box.
Instead of giving the witch the box, the soldier drew his sword, and the witch was so frightened that she ran deep into the forest. The soldier went into town, bought fine clothes, and heard from the townsfolk about the princess who was kept locked in a castle.
He woke up his beautiful daughter. It was predicted that she would marry a common soldier, and the king cannot bear to think of it, so he keeps her in a large copper castle surrounded by walls and towers. That night, the soldier struck the tinderbox to get a light, and instantly the large dog appeared.
I should very much like to see the princess everyone talks about, if only for a moment. Imagine the soldier's surprise when the dog disappeared and returned instantly with the princess. She was lying on the dog's back asleep, and the soldier could not resist giving her a kiss. She was indeed beautiful. She was as skinny as a flagpole. Her hair looked like strings of chocolate. Her lips were as red as a strawberry, and her breath was like candy. Her shoes were as blue as the sky. Then the dog disappeared with the princess as quickly as he arrived.
I had the strangest dream last night. I rode on the back of a huge dog, and I was kissed by a soldier. That is a very pretty story indeed, but suppose it is true. We must be ready tonight if the dog should come again. What shall we do? I know what we can do. We can send the guards to find the soldier. I will also hide the princess. I will dress up like the princess and hide in her bed. We could also set up cameras and traps. If he comes in, he will fall into our trap. I know. I will watch myself, and with my soldiers, I will follow the dog. If he takes her to a soldier, we will arrest him and put him in prison for life.
That night the soldier again wished to see the princess, so he struck the tinderbox and commanded the dog to bring her. But along with the princess came the queen and the soldiers. He was arrested and put in prison. The jail cell was as dark as night and as moldy as a cave. It smelled like a rotten egg. Blech! It sounded like an old door opening and someone screaming softly. It was as boring as a milestone test. The soldier felt like there were no people in the world.
All the gold in the kingdom can't help me now. If I only had the tinderbox.
The soldier heard a whistling outside the window. It was the shoemaker's boy passing by.
Boy, wait up. If you'll run to the house where I have been living and bring my tinderbox, you shall have 4 shillings.
The shoemaker's boy liked the idea of getting 4 shillings, so he ran very fast, fetched the tinderbox, and gave it to the soldier. Immediately, he struck the box, and the dog appeared and carried him inside the palace. But all was dark inside the castle, and everyone was wailing.
What has happened?
My daughter has refused to eat a single morsel since you were imprisoned. She will only eat if you are freed. Therefore, I shall not have you arrested again.
The soldier was taken to the princess's chambers, where as soon as she saw him, she cried with joy. The prediction came true, and the two were married. When the old king died, they ruled the kingdom wisely and well.